So we have had people ask us exactly how is it that you two get along in such a small space?
Right. Our lives really turned upside down or changed, or however you want to say it, about 3 years ago. Because we used to be working. She'd work her job, more of a Monday through Friday. We worked different hours, different shifts. And
I had every Saturday all to myself at the house to do whatever I wanted.
Yep.
Oh, the good old days.
And now we're around each other 24/7, 7 days, I guess it's what, 7 days a week? 24/7.
24/7 actually means 7 days a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we are together all the time.
All the time.
So we thought we'd take today and answer that question. You know, what do we do to get along when we're in a 300 square foot RV most of the time?
Yeah. I'm Lynn.
And I'm Danny.
Just in case you don't know who we are, and welcome to RV America.
Yeah.
This week's video is going to be a collaboration with other YouTube channels.
Yep. I'll list those right above, and we'll put each name and each video down in the description. So we do want you to go out and check those videos. That way you can learn not only how we do it, but everybody's different.
Yeah, everybody's different.
And you can learn how they do it.
Right.
So the basic theme of today's video is, what do you do to find some alone time? And what do you do to not drive each other mad?
Let's get at it. So nothing brings out all those little annoying habits that husbands have.
And wives.
Like putting them into a small space where you guys are in each other's face all the time.
Yep, and then you add a stressful situation such as backing in, a flat tire, mechanical issues.
All the little things that go along with RVing lifestyle.
Missing a turn.
Yeah, that can be very stressful.
So
add in those and it will make your situation even worse. On top of that, we'll take the time and point out here that if you have a marriage where you guys are already stressed and bickering at each other, this may not help to improve your situation.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's stressful sometimes, RVing.
Right. So if you're already fighting and not getting along in everyday life, and you're
at your regular home base,
you're sticks and bricks, and then
you're going to do the same thing.
Right.
It's not going to be better just because you go to an RV.
Now let's get to those tips and thoughts of how to help.
So here's a good one if you have a pet. Danny, Bella needs to go for a walk. She hasn't been out lately. Will you walk her for me right quick?
Yeah, sure.
Come on, you want to go for a walk with Daddy? Oh, and since you're going out anyways, take her all the way to the store.
The store?
Yeah, take her to the camp store because I need some green beans. Make sure you've got your wallet.
Okay.
Okay, to the camp store.
I'll see you in about 30 minutes then.
Oh, take your time. You don't have to be that fast. So the first thing that came to my mind on this is the fact that we are actually not in our rig very much at all.
Nope. We got an RV so we can get out and explore America.
Yeah, and so we go, our RV is just a vessel, and we go from A to B, and when we get to B, we're going to a place that has something there that we want to see.
Yep. And that's the tip we want to give you is don't, and we've seen some people do this, they're spending majority of their time in their RV, and that could
wherever they're at.
Yeah. And that could be claustrophobic. So you want to get out, and everybody has different likes, and everybody has different health situations. We like to get out and do hikes, and
yeah,
you know,
we love hiking.
And sometimes they're going to be long hikes. You might not be able to do a long hike yet, so maybe just get out and walk the campground, or take a short hike somewhere and find a half-a-mile hike.
Yeah. We like to bike ride.
Right.
Everyone can find something that they can do to get you out of the rig. We explore cities.
Yep.
When we go near cities, we prefer small towns, as y'all know.
And we get out and explore, and that's what would be our first tip. Don't stay inside the rig. Get out and explore. We've said before that, you know, at home in our home base, we've downsized and we've got a 1,500 foot condo. But you get out in the RV, it feels like an acre of a place, because we're sitting outside. We're always outside. We're grilling or doing different things that we get out and enjoy. So that is the first thing
and the whole world is our backyard.
That's true.
And it's great.
So that's our first tip for you.
Now guys, if your wife likes to talk as much as my wife likes to talk, here's one she cannot resist. Lynn, we got some new neighbors.
Really?
Yep.
Hey, I'll be back in a little bit. Don't let supper burn off the stove.
And one of the things that came to my mind is we're rarely alone. We travel with friends or meet up with friends, probably about 50% of the time,
I would
somewhere
think
around
so.
there.
I would think at least.
And that is always a good thing.
Yeah. Whether they're new friends that you've made, we have an advantage is that the YouTube channel has allowed us to meet and make a lot of new friends. And we really, really enjoy that. We enjoy meeting all of you when we're out. And if we're out somewhere, stop and talk to us. We'll sit and have a glass of tea or whatever and just have us get to know each other. We enjoy that a lot. Also, we travel a lot with older friends, people that we've known for years and years, and just get along well and hang out together. With us being sojourners, we have done things where we've been places, and I've had several other ladies around, and we would take off and go. We took off, went yard selling, we took off, went shopping. We even went to a ladies' day one time. I mean, like, I don't sit around the camper.
Yep.
At all. We didn't buy the camper to sit in all the time.
So that keeps you from driving each other crazy and gives you some time just to get out and spend time with someone else maybe or such.
So ladies, I've got a trick for you. If you want alone time by yourself with your husband out of the RV, hold your pedal down on your toilet until the black tank is full. Hey Danny, black tank's full, you need to dump it, and it's really got an odor to it too. So I think you need to rinse it several times. Really good. Don't forget the gray. That's good for about 30 minutes or more.
So how to get some of that alone time, one thing that comes to mind is don't be afraid to go into a different room. We all have our devices. You think about our rig, each have a phone, each has a computer, 3 TVs. So, we're not gonna have 7 things rolling or 8 things rolling at a time, but there's probably more than one device going at a time. So Lynn might go in a bedroom and I might be on the couch.
Or to read a book.
Right.
Or
read
take
a
a
book.
nap, or whatever you want to do. And let me tell you, these headsets here are like our best friend, because Danny can play that. He can put that over his ears and I don't have to listen to the video being edited for 3 hours or whatever. And I
Right.
can go into the living room and watch TV, and he can sit at the table and do that. And we don't interfere with each other. Works great.
So she's handed me these several times to say,
I hand him these at home because he still does the same thing in the living room.
yeah, there's 2 devices going, so one needs to be on the headset. So
Works great.
Get you some headsets.
Hey guys, here's a trick. Now you might not have a YouTube channel, so you might have to adapt it in different ways. But one thing I'll do is I'll do this, watch. Hey Lynn, I'm gonna be working on next week's video, so I'm gonna need about an hour or so while I'm working on it.
So we did joke about this, but seriously speaking, one of the things that I do when I want to get out and be by myself a little bit is I'll take Bella and we'll take off and go for a walk. It's a great stress reliever. Gets her exercise, gets my exercise, because a lot of times she can't go with us.
Right. And, one of the other things you can do is maybe a task you need to do outside. I need to maybe change the oil in the generator or some other task that needs to be done.
You know how to change the oil in the generator?
Have I done it before?
Yeah, he's actually done that before.
So, find something to do outside, straighten up, clean up, blow the leaves off the rug or anything like that. That gives you a long time.
And
And
the trash off. Yeah.
and gets her alone time. One of the things we've seen other people do is get a hobby. Some people go out and golf, fish, and have some time away from each other. That gives you a little bit of time to, have that freedom to be by yourself. And
There's nothing wrong with him going one way and me going another. There's nothing wrong with that for a little bit.
And as Lynn mentioned, she has gone shopping many times with some of the ladies in the campground or some of the ladies we've been sojourning with. So that always helps and gives you a little bit of time to get away and be by yourself.
And it's fun. And above everything else, remember that it is a lot of give and take when you live in such a small space.
Yep, you might know what drives someone crazy. So maybe you don't do that at that particular time. Maybe you find a way to do it away, maybe out at the picnic table or something like that, where your football game doesn't drive the spouse crazy or something.
I'm not a football fan,
So-
I will say.
So it is a give and take. You might watch the game sometimes, or you might go shopping sometimes. You might do what the other person likes to do. So we did think of some other ways to prevent driving your spouse mad. And Lynn?
Well, One of the things that you can do that would really, well, I will say this, it helps us, is do away with clutter in your RV.
Yep.
You're already in a very small space with limited countertops and storage and everything. So get all that stuff out there that you don't need. Less clutter will create less stress, and less stress will help you get along better.
Right.
So that's just kind of a thrown in there type thing.
Right. And another thing that came to my mind is, and my mom used to always say this, if you don't have something nice to say, don't say anything at all. And so it came as a tip that maybe some of you, it's easy to bark right back.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's okay just to bite your lip and just roll on it. Just realize you're in a small space and we don't need to get on each other's nerves.
I'm a pro at that.
And I've got a hole in my lip. So it's okay not to say something. Just agree to say nice things. And that's it.
Yeah. And I will say we typically get along about 99% of the time, but there's always that 1%.
Yeah, when we started doing this video, we kind of said, you know, we don't have a lot that gets on each other's nerves, but we really thought about some of these things that we wanted to share with you.
And sometimes you just got to laugh at those tough times. Don't let it bother you. Let things roll off your back and just go on.
And remember the 99% of the time when things are going good and not letting that 1% of the time
ruin your trips.
Right. Oh, one more I thought about. We've agreed on that I always get the last word.
He actually does. I agreed with him on this one.
Yep.
And what is it, dear?
Those last words are, yes, dear.
Until next time, God bless and many safe travels.
And go RV, America.